Hi, you're watching Racergirl Television Episode 3, and we're at the Pisgah Stage Race training for the Maui World Championships. The Pisgah Stage Race is in North Carolina, and we're staying here at our awesome house in Brevard. And I'm here with two members of the MelRad racing team, Fred Smith and Kate Button. And all three of us have a different approach to this race and how we're going to use it to get fit for the Worlds. So we'll start with Fred. Fred, you were the first one in for this race, so tell us what made you choose this race and what your plans are going through each stage.
Well, a couple of reasons to choose the race. First, 5 days of really hard mountain biking in Pisgah in western North Carolina is going to be great for fitness, and being a month out of Maui, it's a perfect chance to really get the engine ready for it. And it's some of the most amazing trails in the eastern half of the country and maybe the whole country, so it's something I've really had my eye on. It's a couple hours from where I live. It's just going to be a great week of mountain biking. And as far as our plan for the stage race, I'm doing it as a team with a friend of mine from Knoxville, Sean McCann. So
who's our videographer?
Yeah, we're doing a
That's
fine
me.
job. And I think with something like this, it's you really have to pace yourself going out. And the idea is to use the first day or two to get our legs underneath us, sort of size up where the rest of the team competition is, but not necessarily push too hard. I mean, I think what we'd ideally like to do is go into stage 5 and be feeling stronger than stage 1. So the idea is to stay on the bike and see how the week progresses. If we have a shot at a podium, then maybe we push it a little bit towards the end, but if not, we just ride our bikes, get crazy fit.
Okay, Kate, so you basically picked up mountain biking about 4 minutes ago, and you're here for a 5-day huge stage race as your introduction to serious
but I'll
mountain
just be
biking.
pacing myself, try not to crash or keeping myself upright, and probably the first 2 days I'll just feel it out, and then kind of see how I feel by the second or third day, and kind of just go from there. But I'm just gonna sort of have my own week. And
actually, that's what I find in these races is that you tend to find your group, and every single day you're riding with your group, which is pretty cool because you meet some friends along the way because you're basically always riding together. This is my third big stage race. Trans Rockies was a really hard one because I only did 3 days, and it was UCI, and it was quite a bit more intense than BC Bike Race was, for instance. And at BC Bike Race, I found that I could ride at a pretty comfortable pace, and after each day I could fit in a little bit of a run or a little bit of a swim so that I didn't have to get too far away. But we're in Brevard, and there isn't much in terms of triathlon facilities. So I think the plan this week is probably to get a couple runs in. There is like a yay coming from Sean over the no triathlon facilities. But because this is only 5 days, and because I just came off of the Nationals, I'm definitely going to be just like these guys and starting pretty slowly and easing into the race and not really worrying about the overall result, because I think for all of us the main thing is to get through the race unscathed and actually end up fitter at the end, rather than bury ourselves in a giant hole and not be able to come out of it in time for Maui in 4 weeks. So that's our plan. Tonight we're going to head off to the dinner and see some of the competition, and we'll see what their plans are, and try and get a feel for some of the competition. Okay, I'm here with Adam Craig, who's one of the favorites in the men's race. And Adam, so what do you think your chances are this week? Have you been training? Because Sean says that you don't ever train.
I'm thinking about trying training next year, but I definitely didn't bring my heart rate monitor to this race.
Oh,
So
no heart rate monitor.
we'll
So that means that we're not going to get any files from this race, which makes it
No
much
files.
less interesting. But
More interesting.
so tell me, what's the strategy over the next 5 days?
No whammies. I'm pretty sure 5 days of riding around in the good old Pisgah National Forest will dish up plenty of chances to basically take yourself out of the game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to not.
So it's
take
rubber
any of those
side down.
chances.
That's the main strategy.
Right, while riding like a total hooligan.
Right.
But hopefully somehow keeping it together just barely.
Okay.
So it
Okay.
seems like just surviving and riding as fast as you can, but
Right. So what do you think of triathletes in this race? Are we totally screwed? What do you think?
you're good.
We're
Because
good?
if your bike breaks, you can just jog. If my bike
Just
breaks,
jog
I'm just
it.
gonna sit down and suck my thumb and hope the helicopter comes.
Good point. Good point. Well, that's a
And if
long
there's a river
run.
crossing, Maybe
Exactly,
there's
I can swim across that stuff.
some
That's right.
downstream shortcuts.
So do you think I'm actually going to make time up on the river crossings just because I can swim?
Depends on if you go over the bars first.
Oh, over the bars first. Okay, so do you have any trash talk for Jeremiah? I mean, you guys are supposed to be the men, so let's hear it. What do you got for him?
Man, I got more trash talk for Sam Gerber. We need to try to keep up with that guy.
Oh, right, Sam Kerber. Okay, tell us about
backyard.
the other guys they're not talking about.
The only time I've ever ridden here was with Sam, and I had a real hard time keeping that boy in sight, whether we were going up or down or sideways or whatever other crazy stuff was happening.
Right.
So,
Right.
I don't know. Jeremiah is, I don't know. Todd said he's never been beaten in a stage race in
Crazy.
North America or something.
Seriously? That's some
Try
credibility.
to rectify that,
Yeah.
but he knows how to do these races. I kind of don't. I'm just gonna kind of, I don't know, ride my bike and hope that the no whammies goal pays off.
Right.
Maybe I can trick Jeremiah into screwing up. We'll
Have
see.
you ever done a stage race before?
I did TR3 Trans
Right.
Rockies last year,
Yeah.
and it was sweet.
Yeah.
Got smoked by Cora Wallace.
Right, yeah, it's a steep race, that one. So, yeah, it's only 3 days though. So what do you think? I found TR3 was quite a bit higher intensity than BC Bike Race, but BC Bike Race there's a lot of beer drinking, and I'm noticing that there's a beer and wine sponsor at this race. So do you think
There
that it's
is.
actually going to shut? Is that why the average speed of this race is a little slower?
I'd like to attribute that to the fact that the trails here kind of define Burl, but
Yeah.
maybe it's just drinking. I don't know.
Right.
I think booze maybe makes you faster.
I think it does. Like that's what I found in almost every case. But so the trails here are quite gnarly. How does it compare to like the west coast of BC?
It's similarly quite gnarly, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so similar.
Yeah, it's the same. Steep, rocky, rooty, rad, the kind of trail you want to ride.
Right, right. Okay, so Sean says he's going to kick my ass this race. Who do you think between he and I is going to come out on top over this?
Ooh, a little intergender challenge.
Exactly. He
Roommates,
said
roommate challenge.
basically, he says that the fact that I'm a woman and a triathlete means that I
I
automatically
am pretty
suck,
sure I
so
said
what do you
neither
think?
But she's
such. I'm
Canadian.
pretty
You
sure I
forgot
said
Canadian,
neither
which
thing.
balances
I didn't say either of those things. She's lying.
Okay, so we'll leave the little like inter-house
I think-
challenge on the side for now.
No, I'm locals advantage.
Hey,
I'm
that's
giving
what
it
I'm
to-
thinking.
I'm giving
Exactly.
it to Mustache Guy.
Okay, Mustache Guy is going to take it according to Adam Craig. So
This
we'll,
guy.
We'll see. Okay, thanks, Adam. Best of luck this week. Have a good
You
one.
too.